This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about A.J. Brown starving for greatness. Also, we got to talk about Brandon Graham. He don't like the Jalen Hurts disrespect. Lastly, I guess I got to talk about the hottest topic, this Jaire Alexander thing, and do I believe he should be a Philadelphia Eagle? But let's get straight into it. All right, man, we're going to get straight into the topics today. Today might be a quick one. I know it's mini camp today, mandatory mini camp. So that video probably is not going to come out till tomorrow. I know they start the practice or whatever around like 2:15, 2:45 ish. But again, you guys know how I like to do. I like to collect all the notes, then I have it out for you the next day. But let's talk about AJ Brown. So AJ Brown released the full video of him and Anaya Smith working out, and it was more of a conversation. It seemed like AJ Brown was venting, not just venting, but giving Anaya Smith the game. Like, yo, I see you in practice, you putting in the work, you doing what you got to do. But at some point, you got to visualize yourself out there doing it. And AJ Brown talk about his accomplishments and how he seen his face on the banner, how the link got AJ Brown up there now. And AJ Brown's like, yo, that just made me more hungry. But let me play this clip.
Well, I see you at practice. Sure, I see the hunger. Yeah. It's what that hunger got to stay there. Yeah. I'm starving, dog. I'm starving. That shit on the side of the stadium, that shit lit me up, boy. I'm starving, dog. I'm talking about, I remember when I was in Tennessee, I wanted that. I wanted my face on the side of the stadium. Now it's here. What you gonna do? Turn up, let me show you. Bless you, bro.
Appreciate that. You too. Dumb blessings.
You know, if I got it, you got it.
Oh wait,
For
bro.
sure.
Oh wait. I'm like, bro. Shit so. Shit so. Shit so, bro.
I'm gonna take care of your body, bro.
Like that.
At this point, that's just who AJ Brown is, man. Championships don't satisfy him. Banners, hell, if you give him an MVP, I think what really drives him, and even Devontae Smith said this, and I just think this is just the greats in general. It's more the journey. You know, they want to say after they retire, maybe they, soak in the accomplishments more. But now it's just all about the journey. Like if you hear most of our players that played for the Super Bowl team, they're like, yeah, the Super Bowl was like the bowl or whatever. But what made it fun is like everything we went through, even the 2-2 start, the controversy, and then we got over that. Then went on this win streak, just the ups and downs of the season, working hard, and you get rewarded with a championship ring, get rewarded with a trophy. So I think that's what really drive these guys that are great. It's just the journey, man. So shout out to AJ Brown, man, and especially taking Anaya Smith under his wing because that's what I was more interested in hearing and see how he's soaking in the game because Anaya Smith is a young guy and he's more of our future. So we want to see what Anaya Smith can do. I want to see how him working with AJ Brown, how that get him better. Do he see the field a little more? I doubt if he's going to start over Jahan Dotson, but I really want to see what Anaya Smith can do this year. I know I was a little hard on him. I'm like, yo, Anaya Smith, I don't know about that pick. And he struggled. He struggled. He found the way on the team. And he looked good. He was decent that last game against the Giants. So we'll see how he build up on that momentum. All right, so let's get into the next topic. Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham is just sick and tired of Jalen Hurts hate. And he even mentioned Josh Allen. He's like, yo, Josh Allen didn't even sniff, a Super Bowl or even get close. Why are we ranking Jalen Hurts behind these dudes, man? He knocked off Patrick Mahomes. Now, if you want to say Patrick Mahomes is ahead of Jalen Hurts, cool. But he like, yo, these dudes he knocked off and even won the Super Bowl. And Brandon Graham just don't understand these rankings. But let me play this clip.
Focus put out their list last week. Their top 32 quarterbacks enter in the season. I'm going to tell you where they put Jalen, and you tell me if it's fair or unfair. All right? So they had the elite category. They put four guys. They put Patrick Mahomes. They put Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen. Those were their top four. Then they had the next tier, and Jalen was the number 5 overall quarterback, and he was the first guy in that next tier. Fair? Not fair? Does he belong in that first group? Like, when you hear that, Jalen Hurts ranked number 5, but below those 4, what do you think?
Well, I think about how they always talking about the Eagles and always having us as the underdog. So it don't surprise me that we still the underdogs, even though we won last year. He's slayed all those quarterbacks. But we gonna keep it quiet. We gonna keep it cute and classy. And Jay gonna just go out there and do his thing again. And when he's done, hopefully they giving him his flowers because I don't expect him to this year. So it doesn't surprise me.
You know, last week when we debated this, Hugh's point was if you win the Super Bowl or you're in the Super Bowl, you got to be one of the top.
You got to be. I mean, that's what I said before, but I'm like, hey, I don't know who's actually doing it. It might be a Cowboys fan that's doing this list.
The evolution of Jalen, because you started out the season one way trying to throw the football.
Yep.
And then it changes. So I just want to know when that book is coming out, man, and
he wants an advanced
what's
copy.
your perspective of all of that? Just seeing him grow as a quarterback.
Man, he's grown because he's been consistent, and I think consistent matters. And then standing on when people don't like some of the choices you make, and just standing on it anyway because that's who you are. You're gonna go out like the way you go out, because I know he's all about learning. He's all about like getting better as a person, as a player. But people don't see. He don't want people to see the behind the scenes stuff. He just wants you to see the finished product. And so I know a lot of people just don't know what they don't know about him. And man, I'm just excited for him to go out this year and shut him up again, because you got Josh Allen, who's been to the championship every year. This can't seem to beat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? This can't seem to beat Mahomes.
Speak on it.
But that boy Jalen done been to the Super Bowl MVP the 2022 year. That would have been, man, if we, a couple calls here, fumble here, we don't do, but hey, they won. But I'm just saying, that boy Jalen came back and went to the Super Bowl again, where Josh Allen definitely hasn't even sniffed it. And it's like, okay. Like, they just like who they like, man. And so that's why I say, Jalen, keep your head up. Your teammates got you. Everybody that's fighting for you, they going to see your consistency, and they going to fight for you on Sunday. And that's all that really matter, because people don't never see what they don't see, but they always try to judge off what they see, on game day. But, man, he's a leader of men, as you said, somebody that you want in your room, your locker room, and can't wait to see him this year take that next step and shut him up again.
I agree with him, man. I think that's how it should go. You win it. You beat the quote-unquote top-tier quarterbacks. But you know what they're going to say? He was carried this, that, and the third. What if Jalen Hurts was the engine of this thing? What if he was just the engine of this thing? Because we seen Saquon with another team, and he wasn't that explosive like how he is with the Philadelphia Eagles. I remember a couple years ago, whereas though we thought our O-line was bad, but it was really Carson Wentz that was bad. Remember? They thought Lane Johnson lost it. Jason Peters and those guys was complaining like, yo, Carson Wentz is just holding the ball too long. It's not really us. And when Jalen Hurts come along, the O-line looked good. I know y'all going to say that might be a reach, but I'm just saying there was a point. Just go back when Carson Wentz, everybody thought the O-line was bad. Everybody. Even Saquon, like, back to him, he even admitted, playing besides Jalen Hurts elevated his game because, yeah, you got to crash down on Saquon Barkley, but Jalen Hurts, he can pull and go for 20, 30, 40 yards. We've seen what happened against the Rams. They all crashed down on Saquon. Next thing you know, Jalen Hurts is running in the end zone. So things like that. A.J. Brown wasn't considered elite till he came to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now he's elite. He's the best. I see a common denominator of Jalen Hurts. So that's what I'm saying. That's the common denominator I see. All right. And last but certainly not least, let's get into this Jaire Alexander thing. So Jaire Alexander, in case you're living under a rock, was released by the Green Bay Packers. Now, a lot of Eagles fans like, we should go get him. We should go get him. I would say this about Jaire Alexander. Great player, but can't stay healthy. We got to just state the facts. There's a reason why he's being released. There's a reason why the Packers couldn't trade him. And let me just read the facts about Jaire Alexander. Shout out to my guy, David. These are just the cold, hard facts. Jaire Alexander has missed over 30 games in the last 4 seasons, not playing more than 7 in 3 of those 4 seasons. not playing more than 7 in 3 of those 4 seasons. Do you hear that? And if you want to play for a cheaper contract to chase a ring and potentially rebuild his value, if healthy, the Philadelphia Eagles will be a great spot. I mean, that's worded correctly. Like, all right, okay, you want to come here on a cheap deal, prove that you still got it, and cool, you can do that. Possibly get a ring, stake it to the Green Bay Packers, go to their quote unquote arch nemesis in the Philadelphia Eagles, because we don't even think about the Green Bay Packers. They want stuff banned. Enough about the Green Bay Packers. What I'm saying is that if you want to stick it to them, and we play them this year, and you from Philadelphia, will he make our team better? Sure. Do we need him? No. Because at the same time, I do want to see what Keely Ringo got. And if Adoree Jackson beat him out, cool. I want to see what Eli Ricks got. I just want to see what the young guys got. Mac McWilliams, you bring in the Jaire Alexander. I'm assuming he's going to start beside Quinyon Mitchell. Now, I know Vic Fangio don't roll that way. He just don't give out starting spots because of a name, because how much you get paid. You got to earn it, but I'm assuming Jaire Alexander at the age 28, 29 is better than Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, and Eli Ricks. Just saying, but it doesn't let the young guys develop. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel? A.J. Brown, starving for greatness. Jaire Alexander, all this news. And I told y'all tomorrow we're going to talk about minicamp and what happened. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.